especially if you're Kevin's restaurant manager.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kevin called in
I
sick
called
for
off
work
today.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
food poisoning.
In that case, everybody cover for Kevin. He's had a gnarly car accident. Flat tire. I can vouch.
Really though, you said you had food poisoning, right?
I did. I told my manager.
Does he know the name of your band?
No. I was like, and then I thought about it. I was like, and then I'm going on a live
Songs in the
stream.
key of funny, mixing music and comedy. It's like everything you could wish for. It's like an opera singer covered in bees. It's like hearing your favorite song while you eat your favorite cheese. It's funny songs and funny stories. It's songs in the key of funny. Funny songs and the stories behind them.
That's right. Welcome to Songs in the Key of Funny, episode 4. I'm your host, Kristin Key. This week we have Kindred Throats here. Before we get to them, I want to give a big thanks to Flappers Comedy Club, as always, for letting us do the podcast right here. Also to Flappers Comedy Club. Yes, thank you. Oh, we're getting so much better at that applause thing. So thanks again for that. Also, they just...
Man.
Guys, settle down. It's
Please.
going to be a long hour.
Be seated.
Thank you to the club for letting me use it for my live show playing through. I have a music album coming out June 30th called Songs in the Key of Kristin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that'll be coming out June 30th, but I played the whole album live this past Wednesday here at the Comedy Club, so thank you very much for letting me do that.
Amazing.
Also, if you have any messages for this podcast, I know we are gaining supporters by the week. We started with like 3 viewers. I think last week we were up to around 12. We're really shooting for 15 today, and hopefully not your boss. Any messages, please send them to either our Facebook page, that's Songs in the Key of Funny, or our YouTube channel at Songs in the Key of Funny, or you can tweet us. We're encouraging you to email us at Songs in the Key of Funny, but I don't think anybody ever set up that email address, so please stop emailing God. We do this podcast because there just really wasn't a podcast dedicated to musical comedians, and we felt like there should be one. So we're honoring the musical comedians of today, up-and-coming musical comedians, and every week I like to start by paying tribute to a classic comedy song from the past, a funny song. And this week, because our guest is Kindred Throats, I wanted to have a theme, and so I tried to find something to do with the mouth, and I chose the song Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor by Lonnie Donegan. The song was made in 1959. I'll tell you some fun facts about the song after we play a couple of the choruses. What I like about the song, it's silly, it's whimsical, and it gets stuck in your head like a piece of gum on your shoe. This is a couple choruses of Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? That is Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor, made in 1959 by Lonnie Donegan. Please check out that song on iTunes, research it, give them all the love it deserves. A couple fun facts about the song, because this is Songs in the Key of Funny. Funny songs and the stories behind them. Since Donegan's version was released, it's appeared as a Smarties jingle. It's been performed on The Muppet Show. It's appeared 54 times on the Dr. Demento Show, and this song was a childhood favorite of Bruce Springsteen.
The boss himself.
The boss himself.
Wow.
So that was this week's Classic Song of the Week. 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 All right. So now let's introduce our guests for this week's episode 4 of Songs in the Key of Funny. This is Kindred Throats, and I have an intro card somewhere. Here we go.
Oh, cool.
All right, Kindred Throats.
Yes.
Kevin and Todd, and we'll find out who's who in a second. Born on the same time, same day, same hospital in Eugene, Oregon, and their cries harmonize so perfectly, creating an epic musical comedy duo. 2 throats, 2 guitars, 1 unforgettable bromance. Kindred Throats.
That's us.
Cue the applause. Anytime. Take your time.
No. It's moment of silence.
Kindred
and
Throats, everybody.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
We
for
like
friendship.
we had a third brother that was born that day who didn't make it, and that was
So it was appropriate.
This is the darker
Reaction.
side of Kindred Throats.
we have a dark side. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
There
take
you
the
Our
go.
dark
darkness.
side is
The
very
audience was
popular.
late seated. That's all. They've been coming and going all day. So Kevin and Todd, my two favorite minions. Which who's who? Just so the audience can tell you apart.
This is Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Todd.
Okay, and I realize that we are visual on YouTube and Facebook Live, but also this is going to be on iTunes. So I guess I'll describe you to our iTunes
Oh,
listeners.
please.
Okay, so Todd is the one with the glasses, and he's blonde and no breast. And
None.
Kevin has darker hair, no glasses, also no breasts.
Yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
both of you have
Anything can
potential.
happen,
So it's fantastic to have you on the show. And how much of that intro that I read, because I got that off your website, how much of that is true?
Absolutely none of
Almost
it.
0%.
Yes.
It's fantastically written. So were you both born in Eugene, Oregon? Let's just start there.
No, that's our origin story for our stage act because we
Not
believe
even
in-
the city?
No.
You guys made up everything.
We made it all up.
Could have
Yeah.
picked it.
But Todd lived in Oregon
I did.
later in life, but he wasn't born there.
Right. I was born. I was
you
born
guys
in
are the worst.
Hey, does anyone know Eugene at all or no?
Eugene, Oregon. Yeah, I've visited there frequently.
I've been there.
I used to play a character on TV there called Roxy the Fox.
Oh, okay.
Our Oregon's Fox, ALSR TV.
Wait.
No
Rox-
clue?
She said she was going to chime in from time to time.
Yeah, that's Barbara Holiday,
That is
right?
Barbara Holiday. She owns this place. so
AKA
she can say
Roxy
whatever
the
she
Fox.
wants. Roxy the Fox.
Roxy the Fox.
Who
Fox is in the
actually
house.
did live in Eugene, Oregon.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm glad you don't
As
know it.
opposed to you
Okay.
two.
Home of the Oregon Ducks and Nike, I believe. Nike is.
See, I could have Wikipedia'd that about
Yeah, well,
Eugene, Oregon.
yeah, that's true.
Eugene, Oregon owes me $700. I mean, if you want to talk about that. Sorry, Roxy. But okay, so one of you was living in Eugene when you decided to come up with this fabrication of a story.
Not quite. No, we lived here in Los Angeles. It's
We met here in Los Angeles, yeah.
Like
4 years ago?
4 years ago, yeah.
4 or 5?
five-ish.
Okay, okay. And that part's
That is true.
Okay, and you met.
We met, yeah.
You weren't set up. This
Yeah.
isn't a boy band.
No, we were in a band together, a comedy band together. That's
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay,
that's a big
so
part of
what was the name of the comedy band?
they're now called the Fire Turtles.
Yeah. When we were in it, it was a stage show called The Untold Story of Indie Rock. So
Okay.
it was like an hour and a half show that went from the 50s and all the way through today with like each genre. And we had like a different comedy song in each
So
show.
the band would play
fun.
12 different bands throughout the show. It was a cool show.
Oh,
It-
that is cool.
yeah.
Did
And
you
the
have
Fire
same
Turtles
drummer
is
for the whole time?
Yeah.
I bet he.
Jason
that's-
McNichols.
What a I just worked with a drummer and we had a lot of different genres throughout the hour-long show, and
Mhm.
it was just like, oh, the beats are different every song.
Yeah.
Every style is different. So we
Oh.
get to a different. It's like, which one is this? The swing time or the country or the 80s
Yeah.
song? We're like, none of those.
Yeah.
It's a big band. Keep up. So that's fun.
They speak
Yeah.
a totally speak a different language from me. I couldn't handle that.
Oh, yeah.
He kicked ass in that show.
Wow. And how long did you guys do that?
Like 3 years.
Yeah.
We're doing that show.
Hmm. And now the Fire Turtles, that band still lives on. They're awesome. They have a few different members now, but they're still a great band. I recommend checking them out.
But so we were roommates before we got in that show, and that's when we came up with the name Kindred Throats.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were just like, at the time we were 23, 24, living
Yep.
together, and then we just started. We were both going to Second City, which is
Mhm.
a comedy school
Yeah.
in Hollywood, and
Not Eugene.
not
No.
They have
Eugene.
Not
nothing to do
Eugene.
with Eugene.
Nothing really.
Still annoyed. They were not born in the same.
This keeps happening after
hospital.
shows. People are like, "So you guys are really born in a hospital together?" And we're like, "I'm so sorry."
Should go
But
further with more specifics about that. Like our parents were best friends back in seminary. Like just get super specific, and then people are like,
Get people
Both
really
Mormon.
your
invested.
dads. We're like, we didn't even have dads.
We're test tube children.
So frustratingly fun. Okay, so you were roommates and both going to Second City. And how did you get involved with the comedy band Fire Turtles?
That guy. The guy's name is
Brett Duggan. He just came up with the show and was like, "I
Okay,
want
know Brett
musicians." You might, yeah. He used to
think I
live in
do.
Boston.
Hilarious, Brett Duggan. Hilarious.
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That jogs my memory. I think I do know him.
Oh, he's
as
been doing
opposed
comedy
to the
for a long time.
Meh funny? No, I think I do know the hilarious.
Brunette.
What's that?
He's a brunette.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a
Brown
brunette.
hair.
Yes.
Often dons a beard.
I've never considered him a brunette before, but I now realize he is a brunette.
You're the non-busty blonde.
That's right. He's a non-busty brunette.
So, okay. So, now, for a comedy band, do you audition for the band, or did you create the band? Or was the band there before you?
We kind of helped form it, although Kevin came into it a few months into it. There was another guitar player, Jameson Moss, who's great.
Another great guitar player, yeah. So Brent went to Second City and basically sought out musical comedians there because he had written the show, The Untold Story of Indie Rock.
Gotcha.
So that's when he tapped to Todd, and Todd and I were roommates. So when their other guitar player, he moved back to Vegas, I was a guitar player, so I joined the comedy band.
I love it. I want to find out so much more about you, but I know that the people listening and watching are dying to find out what you do. So are you guys ready for a song of yours?
Absolutely. And this whole Born in the Same Hospital thing is going to make a lot more sense.
All right, kick it off. I can't wait.
First we got it. So let's start.
Turn my head for 1 second.
I think we should start right at the very beginning, right, Kevin?
Probably from the very beginning.
Yes.
Once long ago in a hospital room, a wonderful woman gave birth. And once long ago, exactly as long ago, another woman who was equally wonderful also gave birth in a hospital room like the first. And that was the night, the story's precursory. 'Twas that first night that we met in the nursery. The story of how our two throats became friends begins with two babes swaddled in polycotton blends. Goo, 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 goo. And from that day forth we were tracheal brethren, harmonizing every note, leaping with joy as we traverse the world, singing together and growing together and dating together and hiking together, spelunking together, ice fishing together. You probably get the point. We do things together, together as Kindred Throats.
And that's the story of how we met. Thank you so
I feel like I've been filled in.
And may he rest in peace, our third brother who
Yeah,
passed.
the third one that wasn't mentioned.
Plan that any better. That really worked out well.
So that's the story of how we met. But now, we live in Los Angeles, and it's very different.
I like that story a whole lot. I do. I'm a big fan of harmony. You guys have really tight harmonies.
Thank you.
Even if that's not the real story, I'm gonna forever think that it is. How do you go from being in a band to saying we don't want to be in this band? We just want to go solo, but with you.
We were doing both acts simultaneously already. So
Going
we already
both
had our own
ways,
act,
okay.
and then we were in that show as well.
Yeah,
And then
it's a cool band. But,
Did you get voted out of the band?
it was a lot like Survivor. We didn't pass the
You didn't?
challenges.
no.
Oh man, the tribe has spoken. How many guitars did you have in that band?
2 guitarists, bass
Okay,
player,
that was you
bassist,
guys.
drummer.
Okay.
drummer, and then you were
I actually played the
player.
bass in that band.
And then
for
Brett
a long
was the
time.
guitarist.
So many talents.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So I was talking to Mommy Tonks. They were episode 2, and they're a female group that is a duo that also does harmonies.
Yeah.
And they learn their harmonies. They're both Southern ladies that grew up not religious, but grew up singing in church.
Yeah.
And you just don't. I mean, no offense, but you don't strike me as the religious type. So where
Well,
maybe you were. I don't know. My
I-
dad's a minister, but you wouldn't really guess it, from my haircut. So where does the love of harmonies come from?
Well, I grew up Catholic. I mean, I wouldn't call it, I'm not super religious now, but I grew up Catholic. I went to church. My dad sang in the choir, so I used to sit up in the choir with him.
Oh, nice.
And then I've been, I started taking piano when I was 4 or 5 and been playing guitar since I was in 6th grade.
Wow.
And then I did choir in high school. I did show choir in high school.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
you
the jazz
did.
hands and the
What did you
box
wear?
squares.
Just one outfit.
It was a black vest with like gold sequins.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and it was
Golden
I was
sequin.
picturing like red with a red bow tie and a black shirt. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's what my brother wore. What about you?
Well, my family's Mormon, so very, very religious. Yeah.
I just want to move this way. No.
You will be proselyted too.
Oh, wow.
You will be converted.
This is great. Okay. I've only been in one cult, but it went really well.
Hey, to be fair, Catholics are a cult too. That's just saying.
Well,
I'm just
word,
saying.
but I wasn't in that one. Yeah.
They're all good cults, though. I think they have good things about them.
Super
Good
great. Yeah.
cults.
We all learned to sing in a cult. I think that's where the best singing comes from. Look at the Osmonds.
And the Osmonds. Yes. I learned to sing because Mormons sing too. They sing.
Yeah, they
every
sing
Sunday.
great.
Yeah.
Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just live blending of like 400 people.
I love it. Well,
It's
we were
amazing.
Church of Christ, which is no instrumental music, so
A
all
cappella, holy
yeah, so
yeah.
you had to learn 4-part harmony because you'd get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've
Everyone,
been
the whole
singing
church
soprano
singing
for
one
like
note.
7 years. I'll switch to alto, and then I was like,
Yeah.
alto's everybody's singing alto. I'll switch to tenor. Like, oh, now I'm sitting next to my dad. I'll go back to soprano. Like,
Versatility. That's
yeah,
what you were taught.
go all the ways.
Yeah.
That's really fun though. Like, because I don't know. I visit my brother. He runs a karaoke bar back in Texas. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
He
Nice
does,
to meet
yeah.
you.
And I'll go home and visit, and we'll sing like harmonies and karaoke together. And he'll be like, "Yeah, because nobody sings harmonies.
Yeah.
Regular people don't. You find someone you can sing with. It's like it's a really fun bond."
So your brother Ben has a great karaoke setup with multiple microphones.
He does.
Oh, he goes all out. I respect that.
Yeah, if you're ever in Amarillo, Texas, and if you wanna enjoy Pizza Hut and karaoke at the same time, and it's a Tuesday night at like 8 p.m., you are in so much luck.
You just described somebody's jam perfectly, and they're out there listening.
For one thing, it's mine. I wish I could do it every day because like I love Pizza Hut, and it's also family friendly. If you like kids, cigarette smoke, pizza, and 2-mic karaoke, it's awesome.
It's everything you're looking for.
It's the cat's tits. I don't know how much we can say. I think that's clean enough. But that's fantastic. So, musical comedy influences, because most people that are musicians and sing and stuff go straight for serious music because they have feelings and stuff. Why comedy music?
I've always loved comedy music. Like
Yeah.
obviously, Flight of the Conchords and
Big
Tenacious
fan.
D.
Tenacious D, great.
And then I used to listen to Bob and Tom in the morning
Oh
with my
yeah,
mom in the radio.
I've been on there several times.
Yeah, you've been on there? That's
and they've
awesome.
got amazing guests. Yeah.
Yeah. So they always have like growing up like songs like there's classic songs like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer
Yep.
and Orange Barrels was one that still sticks in my mind from Bob and Tom, just about all the orange barrels on the highway.
Yeah.
And the construction. Yeah, just comedy music has always been a big thing for
That
me.
reminds me to
Yeah.
tap into their archives for the classic song of the week. If they
Yeah.
start running out, they've got a lot of them.
Classic song of the week. That's awesome.
Yeah, I always go back to Dr. Demento for classic songs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I grew up on, because my dad and brother that was, whenever it would come on, I think it was syndicated to come on like Saturday mornings for us. And so we would just sit around and listen, and it's the only place you could get music comedy. So
Yeah.
What about you? Where did you experience?
Pretty deprived of musical comedy, actually.
you're
except
Mormon.
Mormon, yeah. I was
He's
deprived.
deprived of it all.
Yeah, like I would have to sneak to watch The Simpsons. You know,
Yeah.
That was
We
my
weren't allowed to
upbringing.
watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too sarcastic and dark. But for my parents. And so I loved Steve Martin, though. My parents were
Oh,
cool with
yeah.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And he had some cool... he didn't do musical comedy exactly, but I loved that he
Variety.
involved music
Yeah.
and variety into his act, which I thought was cool.
So, and we don't have to talk ages because we are in Los Angeles, but when you did come of age as a Mormon, did you feel like did you rebel at any point, or did you stay a pretty good boy?
I was a pretty good boy up until the moment where they were like, expecting me to go on a mission, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Los Angeles instead and pursue comedy and acting and music.
Did you get into some stuff?
Of course, yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
As a preacher's kid, I'm like,
Yeah.
that makes me real happy that you did.
You gotta try stuff.
Yeah, try it all.
Psychedelics are fantastic. It's and then I think I officially wasn't Mormon anymore when I did LSD, which is you can't.
Maybe you're the most Mormon you've ever been.
I went right. I somehow LSD makes me more LDS maybe. But that was the day I was like, I think my roommate Chad is Jesus. I was like, that's, and then I think everybody's Jesus, by the way, now. That's
What about Joseph Smith? Has anybody Jesus?
I don't know what was going on with him, man. He had quite a trip in his life. He like transcribed a whole religion.
I'm intrigued. Yeah, he was ambitious.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
Him and L. Ron Hubbard, you can't say that they weren't ambitious.
Right.
You can't say they didn't have goals.
You can't. I mean, starting a religion from scratch.
From scratch.
That's a
After
lot
having
of words.
an illustrious science fiction career.
Yeah.
Well, and Joseph didn't have one, but he
Not
was.
Joseph. Ron
But he was a farm boy, and he did hard work out there. So
He
I'm
made
glad
a lot of words.
he found his
wrote a
passion.
lot,
Yeah. I like when people
And I would
write.
say he's a science fiction writer at this point.
Yeah.
Although, and the numbers just went down. We just
Our
lost
Mormon
all
demographic.
of our Mormons.
Utah just blacked out.
Oh, so you
Wait.
Wait.
A Mormon has chimed in.
Oh, cool.
Do they have any questions?
Is it my
because
sister?
my feed went down over here.
They want to know if LA is falling into the ocean.
Maybe slowly, yeah. I mean, I think the ocean is more like overlapping LA eventually because of global warming.
You're
Not at
supposed-
this moment.
You're supposed to say Joseph's Mountains are the only safe place.
Maybe I didn't get as deep into the religion as I thought. I've never heard that before.
Is the Mormon really just talking to himself?
I've heard a lot. I learned a lot. I went
Mormon.
to seminary every day of my high school career, or every other day of my high school career.
Wow.
Seminary for an hour and a half. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
But you won't clap when we introduce you. So a very religious lady in the sound booth. Was it Foxy Roxy?
You got it.
Foxy Roxy, straight out of
Foxy
Eugene,
the Fox,
Oregon.
by the way.
She's Foxy Roxy. Foxy Roxy, yeah.
Foxy Roxy.
Foxy Roxy gets a soulful song. That's nice.
From Eugene.
From Eugene. All the way from Eugene, which is actually Ontario.
Right,
Oregon.
yeah.
And I'm actually from Cincinnati, Ohio.
He's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
He's from Ontario.
Oh,
Nobody's from Eugene.
No one's from Eugene. My brother went to school there, but.
The brother that died in childbirth.
Yes.
Perfect.
No, that part wasn't real either.
No, I believe it all.
So convoluted.
You guys are so confusing, but I'm remembering you better than any of the guests we've had on. I'm like, I can tell them apart. This is great. I know everything about you. And you play the bass and the guitar. You play the guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, I play piano, and I play ukulele, mandolin, bass, and then little drums, but not.
Just a tiny.
Just a little, just
Little,
little drums.
the smallest drums you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
Full
it.
set.
Full set. I don't know what to do. I've got like my hands are full of butter, and the sticks just fly everywhere. But if it's a small set,
It's in mandolin too, right?
yeah, mandolin.
Nice.
Yeah,
So we could start a bluegrass band.
we could.
Whoa.
I'm in.
I like that.
Yeah, I know. Let's do it.
Yeah, I love
And
bluegrass.
we'll all write songs about casual racism,
Yeah.
but we'll be against it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
The
Yeah.
anti-racism
Right, we actually had
bluegrass
a
band.
song that we never got around to finishing because that racism is such a,
It's hard for two
It's
white gentlemen to address
such
racism.
a delicate.
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
I used to live in St. Louis, and I went to this diner where there were some really racist old ladies that had just been working there since they were like since like the 70s when they started there in their 20s and 30s, and now they're in their 60s and 70s, and like this woman Joanna, and I remember like some altercation happened, and there was like a black guy involved, and a couple other young kids, and they got kicked out, and then she turns to me and she looks and she goes, "I remember when they weren't even allowed in this town." And I was just like, oh, and I was 18 at the time, and I was going to school there, and then I was telling Todd about this experience, and then we were just like,
I just remembered the chords. We
Remember
made a
the
song.
chords?
It's like, so it's kind of like a
horrible.
yeah, Garfunkel.
Garfunkel and
Hall & Oates kind of thing.
Hall & Oates.
Racist old lady stuck in your racist ways. Stuck up in your racist ways, racist old ladies, stuck in your racist ways, all up in your racist ways. And I can't remember the verse, but
we couldn't get any
all
farther
you need,
than that.
yeah.
yeah.
Because if you it's best to stop there the minute you say what she says. You're like, oh man, now we did it.
That's just not. There's nothing funny there.
Right.
Yeah, but there are racist old ladies, and they are stuck.
Oh,
in
they're
their
everywhere.
Racist ways.
Yeah, I had a phone call with my brother from Texas, the karaoke DJ, and he talked about something that an old lady had said to him in a Walmart, and I can't repeat it because it's awful, but because of the way he said it, he was like, for some reason, it'll never not be funny to me. I was like, oh, but it's so racist. He goes, it is. He goes, but the way she said it. So it's
funny
a
is
it's
funny.
a tough one. Yeah.
Sad when it's like, but racism is still. It reminds you. That's an interesting thing. Like, does the racist commentary, if it makes you laugh and think about it without just the joke being the stereotype, is the racial humor enlightening in a way?
Let's all think about it.
Think.
What do you think, Mormon?
There's a lot of racism in Eugene, Oregon, I can tell you that.
Eugene. Foxy Roxy chiming in.
Foxy Roxy, ow.
Talking about racism in Eugene. Boy, this crowd's going nuts.
Yeah.
I know, they
Racist.
love it.
I can't tell what they're for, really.
You never know with these podcast crowds. I set up the Facebook Live for the audience to ask us questions, and so far we haven't had any.
We're answering them all before they even happen.
We'll just get them out. I just wanted to let everybody keep everybody posted how that Facebook Live thing's going. Not well. I just wanted to let you know. I've had this written on my question sheet for 4 episodes now, and I haven't got to ask it. Have you ever written any serious songs?
Yeah.
And then what did you do with them?
You can find it on SoundCloud under my name, Todd Risenmay.
You really? Yeah. And how serious are they? Like, how deep do you
Totally
get?
serious, yeah, completely
Do they love
real.
songs? They get real
Yeah,
deep?
I have a love song. I'm in love with my girlfriend. She's a wonderful person. I wrote.
That's
a
the
full
name
song
of it?
about her.
That's
no.
I'm
in love with my girlfriend.
She's a wonderful
It's unlistenable. Yeah, it's like she loves it, but no. I think they're actually quite good. I have a couple songs. They're completely made in my closet, and if you want to listen to them, go
Boy,
ahead.
that's the name of my serious song, Made in My Closet. it's pretty deep. What about you?
Yeah, I used to be in a heavy metal band when I was 20 to 23. We were signed to Victory Records out of Chicago, and so we toured. I've been to Amarillo, Texas. I played a venue there.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
Doesn't matter. Sorry, Amarillo.
Sorry, Amarillo. We were
Keep
there
on
with
trucking,
OTEP.
man.
If anybody in Amarillo went to that OTEP show back in 2010.
They all did. The whole town was there.
Yeah, we were OTEP.
Something to do.
Yeah, so we released. I released 2 albums with that band, and it's like death metal.
Oh, that's romantic.
Yeah. It was the albums were for my girlfriend. Death metal for my girlfriend.
Music to park to.
Music department.
But and then I write earnest songs. I wrote a song for my wife too that we just got married in January, and I played it for her at the wedding.
Thanks, Foxy Roxy. Yeah. Oh, and where'd you get married?
In Topanga Canyon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it's
sweet.
great.
Have you written you said you wrote your wife a love song? Is that right?
Yeah, I wrote her a song. Played it for her at the wedding. Yeah.
For the wedding.
At the wedding,
Yeah.
I played it for her.
I was there. It was beautiful.
Oh
Sing
man.
it.
I was one of the groomsmen.
Sing it.
I think Foxy Roxy wants you to sing
Can't
it.
tell us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all
Sing
right.
your
Well,
wife's
sing
song.
I need
Sing
a
it.
capo, which is in my case. It's off stage.
Where is it? I'll go get it. Where is it? How far is it?
What do you need? What do you need?
Oh,
It's
we can
that
make
one.
Lauren get it.
Lauren, could you help us?
She's the shadow.
Right here.
In the meantime,
You
we'll
need
ask
the
you all about
lyrics?
your
You
wife.
can't remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she great?
She's wonderful.
It'd be terrible. You're like, nah, she sucks, but the song is so good.
She's a muse,
why
and that's
I
it.
married her.
I'm
I played the
amazing.
song.
I sang it so great. She's all right. But, yeah. Thanks, Lauren.
The lightest applause.
That
so
case
this is
right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Should be able to just
It was a beautiful wedding, too. Also, Jameson Moss, who we mentioned earlier, played them down the aisle on a ukulele. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful occasion.
with a song.
Yeah.
'Cause my wife and I do comedy together as well at Second City, so we've done some comedy songs.
Oh.
And the song, the music to it was a song that we sang together in a show when we started dating. And then
Aw,
we played that music
what a
as she
sweet
walked down the
comedy
aisle.
couple. It's a thing
Uh,
that looks like it
It's it's like in the top. Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, thank
Aw.
you.
Oh my God.
Lauren, everybody.
Lauren. That's Foxy Rock.
Oh, the audience won't give it up for Lauren. She's working hard for you. Thank you.
Put your love bonnets on. We're about to go to Sweet Town. Song's called "I'm Learning to Play the Guitar."
For you.
This is a song I wrote for my wife, Natalie. So I love you, Natalie.
Hey, Natalie. I'm Todd. I like you too.
Big brown eyes, so beautiful, I immediately lost my mind. When you say yes, you go to get up and spend some time. I remember everything, your perfect words like poetry. I sing forever, but I'm starting with my three favorite things from last night. The way your eyes lit up when they looked into mine. The way you talk to me like you can read my mind. The way your heart shines, the way your heart shines through. Now here we are, 4 years later, and there's nothing greater that I could ever do. Took some time for me to get to you, 'cause our story's more important than just the time that we've been through. And now we're here, and my three favorite things from last year, when we stayed up all night talking about all our fears. The way you stood by me through every single tear. And turn my purpose on this reality just to be clear. Just to be clear. Just to be clear. And I was looking my whole life for someone like you. You'd never be alone at night. Natalie, come with me, they forever by my side. Now I was looking my whole life. Someone like you. You'll never be alone at night. Natalie, come with me, take my hand and be my wife. Be my wife. Whoa.
That was not
really
funny
sweet.
at all.
She actually has blue
Crying.
eyes.
That's the joke.
Big
God,
brown
you better
eyes.
have got all the words of that right. Oh wait,
Yeah,
who's
right?
calling in? Natalie? Natalie? Natalie's
She's
writing
calling it.
Oh, that was really sweet. She's
Thank
a lucky
you.
lady.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, is she pregnant? No. This is a terrible question.
Every time she hears that song.
It gets a little bit more
Instantly,
pregnant every time I hear that
We've
song.
had 37 kids.
That is really sweet. How long
Yeah.
ago did you get married?
We got married 5 months ago, just over 5 months ago.
It's really sweet. My uterus is tingling. So okay, another standard of the what I always ask the guests on the show in the last 4 episodes. Do you have any musical dirty secrets, like a band that you like that you don't want anybody to know about? And for example, I had a poster of Patrick Swayze on my door growing up because I like the Dirty Dancing soundtrack so much. Yeah, and
As you should.
I agree. But that was kind of like my musical dirty secret, that I love the Dirty Dancing soundtrack so much that it was the only tape I owned until I was 15.
Whoa.
I just listened to it over and over again. It's so good. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but you should probably go get it. I'm probably going to watch that movie when I go home. So, what's your musical dirty secret?
Super, I'm very embarrassed about this, but I'm sure you're not surprised by looking at me as a white young male. Creed.
That does not surprise
Creed.
me.
Yeah, I know, but I
am going to scoot this way just a little bit. I thought I could handle the Mormonness.
And Joseph Smith held his hand into there.
Man,
I Mormonized all the lyrics in my head.
I just have to immediately double down on this worst band, because this is about when you ask this question, you almost can't have a worse answer than Todd had.
No,
followed by
Nickelback. Is it Nickelback?
The song "Photograph" really does get me. It gets me.
Did you ever see the video that they did? It was like the Instagram filter parody of that song.
No,
I didn't see that. No.
It was really good. I think they took it down because Nickelback got mad at them. It was just like, it was that song completely parodied though with just Instagram. Look at this plate of food. Anyway,
that's funny.
That's amazing.
Look that up.
Did you ever
Nickelback
see-
and Creed.
Did you ever see Creed's song for the Florida Marlins?
Oh my.
That
Marlins
is-
will soar.
I know it by heart.
They did that. It's a real song.
Yeah.
And
It was
We
their
have-
like season opening
We have
performance.
a few comments actually.
okay.
I'm gonna get a bell sound in the future, so I can
Ooh.
ding.
Alright.
Bell is in.
bell
Foxy
bell sound
Roxy.
effect. So one of our comments is hello banjo.
Oh.
That's from
And she pulls
Pam
out the guitar.
Azan. So
Okay, well, hello, Pamazon.
I think she wants to hear more banjo.
Well-
I think that's what she's saying.
Now they're running the show.
And now Kevin, someone's asking, how did you meet your wife?
We met at Second City, which is a comedy school in Hollywood.
Oh,
Yeah, we had a class there together.
oh, that's
Which
so sweet.
you can take a class with Kevin at Second State. He's a musical director there.
And now I teach there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I teach a musical improv class.
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah.
Todd, there's another one. How did you meet your guitar? Someone's asking.
It's kind of like the online dating of getting guitars, but I went to Guitar Center, and
It's usually how we find each other. Yeah, it's-
you know, Guitar Center shopping is a way people meet guitars these days, and it's just a viable way to get it.
I met my guitar on Getinder.
Get Tinder.
I met mine on Gitrinder.
Oh, wow. That's a little grosser. Do you guys know any gospel? Just while we have two guitars and a banjo?
I feel like everything we play is gospel, but yeah, I see what you're asking.
Yeah, just to give the people what they don't want.
Yeah. I don't know any gospel tunes, but we could make something out.
I know all of them.
Let's play something out. Bet
What
we
do
can
you-
sing.
Anything? Okay, YouTubers. What are some classic gospels? I have a hymnal just written in my heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear your
so
heart hymnal.
What do you wanna? We could do. I'll Fly Away. We could do. Barb, you got any?
What about old time
Hold on, we're
religion?
just posting the question. Let's see.
It's a good
Oh, my
question.
favorite gospel?
Yeah.
Wow, Amazing Grace, of course.
That's so slow. But it also you can
What if
play
we did it really
Amazing
fast?
Grace right into Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw? They're basically the same chords, but
We do. Pamazon is writing to us again. She's asking, what is your favorite theater musical and favorite guilty song?
Guilty thought.
What's your favorite theater musical and your favorite guilty song?
Guilty song.
theater music. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about guilty pleasures, go for it.
West Side Story and Phantom of the Opera. I'm going to give two. My two.
Are you sure your wife's a wife? I mean, I'm not. I don't want to call out anybody. You know, it's Pride Month.
I was
We're
in
all
show
very
choir.
accepting. Oh, you were in show choir again. Are you sure she's a lady? I would say Sound of Music. Big time.
Yeah.
Forever.
I love Les Miserables. Beautiful songs in Les Mis.
Yeah. Did you watch the one with Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I thought he absolutely killed it. Who Am I?
Wow.
That song, I thought that was great.
You know, I was I quit drinking since then, but back then I tried to. I just couldn't make it through that movie, and I was really drunk and stoned for it, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Maybe I should try it again sober.
Maybe, I don't know.
It was
It's a very sobering movie.
I mean, and I love musicals, but
Yeah.
I was like, there's so much singing.
Yeah.
Stop it. But maybe I'll try again.
Yeah, maybe it's good in bursts. But I thought that performance was amazing. It's something that stuck out to me.
I never thought he was. Yeah, that was a surprise that he was able to do that. Good for him.
Yeah, and they did it one shot, and it was really
Yeah,
cool.
artistically, I've heard. I mean, good things. Maybe it's probably the substances. Maybe we should just blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crossfade of marijuana. I didn't make that musical.
The Kruger crossfade.
Oh, did you see the Book of Mormon?
I haven't seen it, but I've listened to it. And it's
Yeah.
incredibly funny.
I feel like. Well, me neither.
Blankety blank 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 God.
Thank you, Foxy Roxy.
Foxy
Is that your favorite gospel song?
You did see Book of Mormon, right? Come on.
Yeah.
What?
No
I think we
Hello.
should play
Nacho.
something.
Come on.
What about like a fast version of Amazing Grace, like Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. That's not the right chords at all.
D, that right?
D.
Amazing grace,
how sweet the sound.
More
Red
banjo. More banjo.
I didn't get my finger picks before I left the house. I guess I could strum it.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. But now I see.
The Amazing Grace, the crap out of that song.
I almost got the words wrong. How do you get the words wrong?
Why don't we get drunk and screw? That's how that one ends, I think. Usually in the weeks to come, we're going to ask the audiences to give us a suggestion of a song that we can jam out to.
Love
a
it.
suggestion.
Yeah.
Since you are the musical improv director, and I just have to say I haven't seen a heck of a lot of great improv.
Oh, because there's so much bad stuff out there?
Let's say that. Let's say that. You
Yeah,
know, and I
well,
keep getting,
everyone's
and
learning.
it's kind of like I fall for it every time when people are like, "Oh no, this is gonna be a great show," and I'm like, "Yeah, really?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Okay," because I have not seen any good improv.
See
And then I go and
Jetso.
I'm like, "Was that good improv?" They're like, "No, that sucked." I'm like, "Okay." Then we're like 12 for 12 now.
Hard recommendation for you, Jetso. Watch Jetso. One of my favorite
Jetso.
improv
Okay.
duo, Jetso. They're
See, I'm already like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Father-son
I'm gonna
duo.
go. I believe you. Like,
yeah,
I
they're a
totally
father-son duo from a fishing town in Japan.
That's right.
Is that true?
Nope.
Or you're like, no?
It's kind of like our thing where that's their thing.
All right, so Foxy Roxy, there's people have asked questions. Hello,
Ooh.
Banjo. We've already talked about those things. Has anybody given us a suggestion of a topic that we should jam out on?
Not quite yet, but I have one.
All right, so Foxy Roxy,
Lay it
which
on
will
us.
be your name until the end of time on the Songs of the Key of Funny podcast. Stop, Foxy Roxy.
You
What's,
guys,
what's our impromptu
It's
song?
Roxy the Fox.
Oh,
Who saw that coming?
I'm Roxy the Fox. I'm so sorry.
Hey kids, it's Roxy the Fox.
Wow.
Oh, I just got
That-
turned off.
Just so you get it right.
What key does Roxy the Fox like? Say G, C, and D. Perfect! That's what my banjo goes to.
Roxy the Fox wants to hear a song about toys.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right. Well,
You
someone-
said any topic.
That's
Come on.
I sure did.
Well, there's
she
all
didn't say
kinds of
what kind of
toys.
toys. All right, so
Exactly.
you set
Lots of
set the
things.
tone for this, and we'll jump in and however you want to play it, we'll play it.
We'll
Go
play
for it.
You mind
Adult
a G minor,
toys.
or should we keep a G major? G major's
For
best.
the show, I
Banjo?
could pick up the guitar, but we've been asked for more banjo. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
G major, G, C, D.
This song goes out to Foxy Roxy. No, Roxy, the Fox.
Oh, thank you.
She loves toys, and she sounded like a small girl. She sounded like a young woman based on her voice.
Sure did.
So we're gonna keep this PG, parental guidance for this song. Everybody plays with toys, whether you're a little girl, grown man, or a little boy. If you're an adult about to die on his deathbed, you probably still wanna play with toys. Everybody likes toys, even monsters like felons and murderers and I almost said Jews. Why did that pop in my head? That's super racist. Super racist. Everyone loves toys, not just the little boys and girls, even pedophiles like toys. Everyone loves toys. Everybody loves toys. Everybody loves toys. Now, who else likes toys? Does anyone not like toys? That's my question.
Donald Trump doesn't like toys.
Well, I hate to play contrary to you, but I know Donald Trump is actually a huge fan of toys. Donald Trump loves big old dildos and anal beads for his big old anus. He loves them in his anus. Donald in his anus. He loves a colorful lubricant, which can be considered a toy. That's right. He also loves a little squeaky duck that he bathes with and then puts in his anus. He also rides a tricycle. He loves his tricycle. Rides a little tricycle with a bonker. His favorite little toy. Favorite little toy. Favorite little toy.
That went way better than I expected.
PG. Gotta keep it PG.
So how about another original?
Yeah.
You guys want to grace us with a this is, and by the way, I just have to stop the show to tell you this is going so well.
Oh, let's.
I'm really enjoying having you on.
Don't
so.
worry, we may tank it right now with this song.
Yeah.
Do it, do it, do it.
Should we tank it on this
Take
one,
this
Kevin?
show.
Tank it?
Take
Alright.
this show.
We're gonna tank
We're
it.
gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Uh,
take it.
Let's tank it back to that time where Kevin's married now, but we used to live together. We used to be
We did
roommates.
used to be roommates, and
This is a song
this
about
is a song about
Okay.
that.
You gotta do a lot of things to survive in this town. Life ain't cheap in LA. We got food to buy and rent to pay. We got empty tummies and empty fists. So we went online and we searched Craigslist and got a roommate. A Craigslist roommate. But we think that he's a psychopath. Our Craigslist roommate. He stays locked in his room all day and night, building model trains by a reading light. He's got a pet rat named Thomas Hanks, but his checks never bounce when we hit the bank. So he's our roommate, our Craigslist roommate. He doesn't like it when we touch his things, our Craigslist roommate. He's really weird. He's got a collection of Fabergé eggs. He's got 200 troll dolls and he cuts off their legs. He's got a tattoo of Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden. But we can't pay the rent, overstepping the boundaries.
Yeah, he's not really practicing good roommate etiquette, if you ask us.
Yes, and since you just asked us, we'll tell you in great detail. Reason number 1, he doesn't like when we wash our clothes in the sink.
What a creep.
He doesn't smoke and he doesn't drink.
What a creep.
He's got a pet, he takes care of it.
What a creep.
He doesn't like all the clothes we knit. We knit him a lot of really cool looking clothes, but since he won't wear them, nobody knows. He overreacts when he catches us watching him sleep. What a creep. Although it is weird that we were watching him sleep, listening back, I think we might be the creeps. He's shying away from our kindred throats touch. We just love him so much. He's so cool.
Super cool.
I guess we needed a friend, someone who would love us to the end, to share responsibilities and not just pay utilities. This totally normal roommate's all we got. Our Craigslist roommate, he doesn't really like us. Our Craigslist roommate, he hates that we wrote this song. Our Craigslist roommate, but we play it for him every night. Our Craigslist roommate is in honor of our dead brother Charlie.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, tell me how you wrote that song. Go ahead, just make something up.
But that, actually, we only knew the people we lived with. We never had a Did we ever get a Craigslist?
We never got a Craigslist. We had many roommates when you went on the ship. We had many
Oh,
roommates
you did have a
cycle
Craigslist,
out,
yeah.
but not ones off Craigslist.
When you write a song, when there's a duo, do you guys, does one of you come up with an idea and you both punch it up? Like, how does that
Sometimes.
process go?
A lot of times, one of us will bring an idea,
Mhm.
and then a lot of times one of us will just bring even like a riff or a musical chord progression, and then we'll just start riffing ideas off each other for the premise, and then sometimes you'll like bring a whole song, or I'll bring a whole song, and then it's kind of every way that you can think to write a
Yeah.
song.
Do it
We
all the
kind of-
ways.
All the ways.
Kama Sutra of songwriting.
Yeah.
Backwards, tune first, lyrics first, backwards, forwards, we don't care.
This was a Lotus approach. We both faced each other and just said the first thing that came to our mind.
Started dry. Anyway. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us, plug everything that you could possibly plug. And,
We're going to be at the International Comedy Festival at Joshua Tree,
On
right?
July 9th at
Yeah.
5:30 p.m.
wow, that's
5:30.
exciting. Now, do you actually have the day off for that? Or like today, you just...
I have to
Sort of finagle away.
finagle that.
Will
still.
Are you going to get in some kind of trouble for today?
No, I think I'll be okay. It's Monday. It's a restaurant, so it's like they have other people.
That's what
that
I
are
mean,
there.
I used to work at not very long because I kept calling in. How many car accidents can she have this week? It's like, flat tire. Oh, I hit another car. Oh.
Here's something amazing, though. Kevin's never called in sick.
This is the
without
first
actually
time
being
in
sick
my
before.
adult life that I've done this.
Super responsible guy, and he's so nervous about this on the way here.
You know how many people are listening right now?
That's right.
14, I think.
14.
14. It's one more than last week because I think we got Pamazon.
Pamazon.
Kevin.
It's all worth it.
Kevin,
Yes.
your boss is on the phone.
All right.
He
I
said
knew this was gonna
enjoy.
happen.
Enjoy.
Right. I feel like I'm just being lied to at all sides. Now Foxy Roxy's lying to me. I don't know who to trust anymore. Are we even doing a show, or you just have us come and sit here with that light on? This is great. So Twitter, where can people find you and follow you and be fans forever?
At Kindred Throats for pretty much everything. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
And then kindredthroats.com is our website.
Yeah. And in July, we're going to have an album coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell us all about the album.
The album, we're making it right now in my closet.
Exactly.
Oh.
And it
It
does
sounded
feature
really good.
both the songs we played today.
That's true. Yeah. And
They're both fantastic songs, by the
Thanks.
way.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love your harmonies. They're so
Thank
tight.
you.
I will continue to follow you. Yeah,
Cool.
So look for a Facebook
Thanks.
friend request.
Yeah, we've got
And
a
when
lot.
you say no, I'll be like, dicks. You know. thought we had something, but
Yeah, we've got like over an hour of stuff we're excited to share and get down recorded, perform live. So we're ready to do shows. So anyone out there that wants to book us, we're happy to book.
guys, they're
Book
desperate,
us.
desperate for bookings.
Otherwise, I
They'll
wouldn't
play
have
cheesecake factories. They'll play children's parties.
Old spaghetti factories. If it has factory in it,
I
we'll
would
probably
go there.
play it.
Just,
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be cool.
you'd be a bonus, but have you tried the spaghetti
Oh
there?
my god.
So good. It's like not quite as good as your music, but
The chicken parmesan
close.
better than our
chicky
music,
parm
though.
parm, yeah.
I think it's in the breadcrumbs. It's got to be in the breadcrumbs.
Right up there.
Definitely.
So you're recording an album in your closet, and
Mhm.
I'm sure you have like a tremendous closet.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
About a third of the size of the stage.
Mhm.
that's a pretty big closet.
Great for acoustics.
Yeah,
it really is.
yeah.
All the clothes really dampen the
Well, you
sound.
play
It's
so
nice.
many instruments too, and you harmonize so well. I'm sure that you'll be
Yeah.
able to. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear your album. What's the title of your album? Don't tell me Kindred Throats. Is it gonna be Kindred Throats?
This is for our dead brother child. I'm just kidding. It's we don't
That's
know
a
yet.
great album title.
That improv today may be
It might make
a
it
part
on
of this
there.
thing. Yeah.
It's a great, yeah. I
One-
didn't title mine until about the week before it came out. We went back and forth. I wanted to
Yeah.
be Kristin and the Kitchenettes.
I
and
like
then,
that.
Well, yeah, but nobody else did.
Kitchenettes.
Like, why weren't you there to vote?
Oh.
Yeah, and so
Damn.
Songs in the Key of
Yeah.
Kristin ended up winning because everybody voted, and I got outvoted on my own album. But it's fine. It's fine.
You'll
Fine.
never be able to eat in your kitchenette again.
I just thought that'd be a great, like, as my backup singers were the
Yeah,
Kitchenettes.
I like
yeah,
that.
you got
That's
it.
funny,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
I
my
got
dead
it.
brother. That's a great. All right, so you guys, that's our wrap up music. You guys can find us at Songs in the Key of Funny it's our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Also on Facebook and Twitter. My name is Kristin Key. I've been your host for today and every day. Join us Mondays at 2 p.m. and keep laughing and listening to music. I'm
Yeah.
Kristin Key, and this has been.
Songs in the key of funny.
Boom!
Perfectly timed.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Like a lady.
Awesome. Thanks,
amazing.
Kristen. That was great.